action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder control the tap. Westbrook. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jeremy Grant trying to cash in on the three-point play. Career mark of 64%. Free throw try, off the mark. Celtics have it. To Horford. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
Westbrook across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
There it is. Al Horford. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Paul George fires and scores.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Almost unlucky bounce to Paul George. Adams. Lays it up and in.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Marcus Smart. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
It's denied by Horford. That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. Ferguson. To the rim. Flushes down the slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Shot by Ferguson, off the mark.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
It's good, and one.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Jason Tatum at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Russell Westbrook with the rock. Count the basket inside.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
To Horford. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Al Horford trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Off the mark at the line. To Westbrook. George, his first effort, off the mark. To Jaylen Brown. Fires the three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Wide open look, won't go.
From the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Irving. Shot by Tatum won't fall.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
It's George for two. Gets a shot up off the mark. Nice pass to set things up. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Steven Adams at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Celtics have it. Irving to Jaylen Brown. And scores at the basket. Jay, tough recovery that time.
Jaylen Brown really coming into his own. The third overall pick a couple of years ago. He saw his points per game go up drastically. Plus, he is one of the few people in the East that has the versatility to guard LeBron James.
Rebound Horford. Here's Irving into the front court. Down just a couple. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Westbrook to George. Paul George. 2 of 4 now.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Horford. Good. Off a spin.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Westbrook to Paul George. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell him with the easy leg.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. Irving. Tatum. Off the mark. No good. Westbrook into the front court. Lead is 2. Goes to the left side. Westbrook. Paul George. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Al Horford trying to cash in on a three-point play. He struggled so far. Free throw's good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to 1. Russ at the controls. Screen coming. Westbrook works it up top. Here's a chance from long range. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. To Jaylen Brown. Short jumper stays out.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Paul George. And a putback slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
To Horford. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Shot by Westbrook, off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kyrie with the rock. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. He cruises in for 2. Too easy. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Adams. To George. Westbrook lobs it up, flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Deep right corner. Tatum. That's off the side of the rim, short. Westbrook with it, up by 3. And a pass stolen by Boston. Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Paul George at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Unable to connect on the free throw. To Rozier. And it's grabbed by Westbrook. Out of bounds. Last touch by Russell Westbrook. Russ at the controls. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Hayward trying to cash in on the three-point play for his career 82%. Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Westbrook with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Adams to Westbrook. 4-3. Can't get the bounce. To Marcus Smart. Has a chance. Slams it home on the putback.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. The screen sets him up for two. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down two. For three, and knocks it down. Jay, the defender, tough to gamble that time beyond the arc.
Well, just the ability to step back and be able to knock that shot down, think about what that does to the defender, Ed. It makes a defender come out, which leads to the next setup, which is an easy drive to the rim. Look for that one coming soon.
And the result this time, another trifecta. To Rozier. And the rebound comes down to the Thunder. Westbrook across the timeline. His team up by one. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. To Hayward. It's rejected by Noel.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
George. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Rozier with it. They trail by one. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. Westbrook to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. Oh, 5-second violation. Irving brings the ball up court. To Rozier. Takes stock of the floor. Irving. Deep left corner. Throws it up. Flushes down the slam.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Westbrook into the front court. Leads one. Deep two there. Won't go. Into the front court, it's Irving. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Over to the right side. Baseline drive. Not that time. PG lets it fly. Not that time. Deep three at the buzzer. 1 quarter down. Thunder with the lead. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Rozier, shot no good. To Paul George. To Westbrook. Looking for his man. It's PG for 2. Not that time. To Rozier. Short jumper misses. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Andre Robertson at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 46%. Missed it at the line. Rozier into the front court. Down 3. Goes to the right side. Trying to cash in. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Westbrook with it. We're a minute into the second quarter. To George. Has a look. George with a shot. No good. To Marcus Morris. And count the basket inside.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Westbrook into the front court. Down by 1. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Russell Westbrook trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Great feed. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
To Paul George. The shot blocked by Brown.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Irving into the front court. Down just a couple. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Westbrook. Paul George. That's no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Irving. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
It's Russ at the controls. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice. But then all of a sudden they're not gamers, because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. George. From long range, knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
The post-shot confidence is everything. He's still running down the court, holding his extension.
Irving to Rozier. Irving to Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. He's now 5 for 6.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Paul George. Not that time, and not his shot. Kyrie across the timeline. Leads just a point. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. Short jumper stays out.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Yes, for every tough shot you make, buy one, get one free.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Kyrie Irving, 3 for 6 now. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Irving to Rozier. Tatum. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Schroeder with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Has a chance. Celtics able to clear the board. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down a point. Can't connect from inside. Schroeder to George. Trying to cash in. The shot by George won't go down. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
George still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Irving with the basketball. They're down 3. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. To Paul George. Fires the 3. And he still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's struggled so far, and he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3, off the mark. Whoops, that won't go. To Irving. To Rozier.
Oh, no, he can't guard you out there.
Beyond the arc for 3. And Adams able to clear the board. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Leads a bucket. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammates with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
It's the free throw. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Irving to Hayward. Tatum. Wide open look, won't go. George, he was all over him. Irving sets him up, Flushes down the slam.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Westbrook to the basket, but his shot won't fall. Boston with the basketball. Irving, deep right corner. Tatum. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Westbrook to Adams. Nothing going here on that drive. George to Adams. Oh, nice find for the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Irving curling inside. Gets it in the right corner. Hayward. Noel with the rebound. Westbrook to George. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To Rozier. Kyrie lets it go. And the rebound taken in by George. Westbrook with the basketball. 2-point advantage. To Adams. Short jumper won't go down. Nothing going here on that drive. To Rozier. And it's George with the block shot.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. 4 out of 10.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Irving. From the outside, no good. To Adams. George lets it fly. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. It's Westbrook. Won't go. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Marcus Smart. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Kyrie Irving, now 4 for 9.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Nerlens Noel at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. Free throw's good, a three-point play, and with that, they go up by 3. Into the front court, it's Irving. Final minute, first half. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
And Kyrie Irving took the defense for a ride. Tough three-pointer.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Irving to Marcus Smart. Has a look. Shot misses there by Smart.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot, or out there looking like the Kembe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Let's get right into the action here. They've the opportunity now at halftime to look at what has worked.
It's still anyone's game at this point. I get the feeling it won't be decided until the final moments.
These are the guys getting buckets. And while it's not a big deficit, they should pretend like they're getting blown out. They benefit from that kind of mentality in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
Al Horford has been punishing the rim with a variety of dunks. This is a guy that wants the top play section all to himself.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
They've got, and with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
That's me. I got ball.
Give me stance. He's coming. Give me stance.
Irving. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Neck and neck, they couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Ferguson. Oh, pass taken away by the Celtics.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Westbrook. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Kyrie with the rock. probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good for Irving as he finishes off the 3-point play, adding to the Celtics lead. Paul George to Westbrook. To Paul George. Fires the 3, can't connect. Irving into the front court, leads 3. To Jaylen Brown. That is great vision to set it up. Irving, pass to the rim. Tatum. It's George with the rebound. Westbrook across the timeline. His guys down 3. And a nice finish at the rim. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
To George. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Kyrie across the timeline. His team up by 1. Oklahoma City's got it. Westbrook to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder to Westbrook. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination. He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Irving. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Jeremy Grant at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's struggled so far. Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Irving brings the ball up court.
I got ball. I got ball.
To Jaylen Brown. Hayward. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down and help. Quick skip passes equal threes in the bank.
Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Irving to Hayward. Tatum. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Substitution being made in this one. Russell Westbrook trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. And the free throw is good. 3 points on that trip. Irving with the basketball. The deficit is 6. To Jaylen Brown. Horford.
Shoot it.
Tatum. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
Here's Irving into the front court. Down 3. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Westbrook. And a pass stolen by Boston. To Irving. Here's a chance from long range. Second effort. And the 2 for Al Horford getting to the rim.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Westbrook tosses. And counted at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys now trailing by a point. Nothing going here on that drive. Driving right to the basket. Can't connect from in close. Westbrook into the front court. Leads 1 to Paul George. Lets it fly from long range, and he's yet to hit one from deep. It's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And he finishes at the rim.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Billy Donovan making some moves at this point in the game. Terrence Ferguson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 90% at the line. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jason Tatum trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Missed the foul shot. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Irving to Marcus Smart, and he'll head to the line.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Here's Schroeder with it. Tie game, third quarter. 4-3. Dennis Schroeder, tough make there. Can't fault the defender on that one.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
To Irving. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Off the mark. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. And the finish at the rim.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Jay, you had to figure sooner or later one of those threes was going to go down.
I don't know. I'm a little bit beside myself that they kept shooting the ball at that clip. I mean, when you miss that many shots in a row, you usually try to get to the rim, see the ball go in, then go inside out. But obviously, that's not the case.
Dennis Schroeder. Off the iron. No good. To Irving. For three. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City.
Pick up.
George. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Irving into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. To Horford. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Oh, Horford up to block the shot.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Boston has the rebound. To Irving. Thunder with the basketball. And stuffs it home. Timeout Boston, as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
You got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Kyrie. The shot almost.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Has a chance. Hayward unable to connect. To Schroeder. From long range. Missed it. Kyrie across the timeline. Down 4. Terrific vision. Aaron Baines powers it through.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Celtics have it. Nothing going here on that drive. To Marcus Smart. Curling inside. It's rejected by Noel.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Schroeder with the basketball. Leads 4. Going to launch beyond the arc. Creates the space to bury the 3 on the step back.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Russell Westbrook with the rock.
Defense, let's go.
Wide open look won't go. To Rozier. Fires the 3 and knocks it down. Jay, for the defender, tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. It seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
To Marcus Smart. Beyond the arc for 3. And Patterson grabs the rebound. To George. Trying to cash in. Shot by George, misses. To Marcus Smart. Fires the 3. Robertson's there to get the rebound. Westbrook with it. Up by 6. Paul George fires, gets a look, can't hit.
I got ball, I got ball. I got so far. I'm on D, I'm on D. Come on, that's money.
Hayward knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time. Deep three at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Thunder with the lead. The Thunder have it to start the 4th quarter, and you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the 4th quarter with, more importantly.
To Irving. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Irving to Marcus Smart. And it's rebounded by Adams. George. Great defense, forcing the miss. Irving with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. To Marcus Morris with a drop step. Nice pass to set things up. Throws it down.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
Short jumper won't fall. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Steven Adams at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. Ball's controlled by Boston. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Offensive rebound. Oh, Baines with the rejection.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
Rozier with it. 5-point game. missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there. Nice finish at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Here's a chance from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. To Marcus Smart. Off the assist.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Up 5. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Lets it fly from long range to Schroeder. For 3. Rebound taken by Baines. To Marcus Smart. Count it.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Thunder with the basketball. Westbrook to Adams. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Westbrook into the front court. Leads 5 to Paul George. For 3, it was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Irving. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Down to Westbrook. To George. Has a look. George with a shot. No good. Here's Irving into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Westbrook. And he knocks it down. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First is your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. And too much contact.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Westbrook to the rim. Oh, they called the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Ferguson lobs it up, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Boston with the basketball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Westbrook to Adams. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Steven Adams at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw good as he completes the three-point play. And the lead is up to 9. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Horford. Slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
George. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Into the front court, it's Irving. The margin standing now at 7. Deep right corner to Irving. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Kyrie Irving for 2. Can't connect. Westbrook with the basketball. His team up by 7. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Big Russ, big shot, hits the 3.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Irving. Adams. And a putback slam.
And I'm telling you right now, there's always going to be a home for a player in this league for a guy who does the cleanup work around the rim like that.
Irving won't go down. To Westbrook. Horford. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Irving to Marcus Smart. Irving. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have 2s when you can shoot 3s, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Jeremy Grant trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. To Marcus Smart. From long range, he missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Couldn't keep it in. Out of bounds off Jaylen Brown. Westbrook. That no good. Off the mark. To Adams. George. That's how you defend. Irving into the front court. Down 8. Tatum. Not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Kyrie across the timeline. His guys down by 9. To Adams. Kicks it around the perimeter. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Beyond the arc for 3. Tatum grabs the board. Irving with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Smart shot, no good. Short jumper stays out. Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Can convert the free throw. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Tatum hits the three-pointer.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
It's Westbrook. Tatum grabs the rebound. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys down 3. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Westbrook. Count the triple.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Hayward gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Irving. Fires the 3. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Irving. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Westbrook. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Scooped up, going the other way. Westbrook. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Irving into the front court. Down 3. The shot turned away by Adams.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
The Thunder will use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way. Time for some new personnel into the game. Westbrook. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Kyrie with the rock. The shot turned away by Robertson. That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. Westbrook across the timeline. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. Kyrie across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Nice pass to set things up.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. He bit. Easy layup.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Oops, he missed the first one. Missed the second one as well. Irving with the basketball. 2-point advantage. To Hayward. Here's a chance from long range. That won't go. Works it to Paul George. Count the basket, and it could have been more.
Here.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. Hayward.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Irving. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Lets it fly from long range. That misses with 3 seconds left. Play is stopped. Timeout, Boston. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Kyrie Irving with a chance at a 4-point play. He's been steady, 83% at the line. Three-pointer and now a free throw on the trip. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one by 4. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics
Did what great teams do best. Finish.
And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. The Celtics got their point scoring from these guys on screen. The Thunder
Just couldn't close this one out.
while they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Second chance points.
I love the physicality in this game. Players were fighting for the ball on every possession, trying to give their teammates another chance on every missed shot. Both teams showed a lot of heart.
Player of the game.
Kyrie Irving is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.